Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday was International Women's Day. In acknowledgement of International Women's Day, I wanted to take a moment to call your attention to a problem that disproportionately affects women and girls around the world, and right here in Illinois, human trafficking. Human trafficking is a modern-day version of slavery that's estimated to be the third largest form of crime in the world, behind only illegal drugs and illegal arms dealing. Every day, human beings are bought, sold, or smuggled so that others can profit from their forced labor or sexual servitude. These are daughters and sometimes sons, mothers and sisters, and they live in our communities, enslaved right beneath our noses. By 2013 estimates, there are 20 to 30 million people enslaved due to human trafficking. 600,000 to 800,000 people are trafficked annually, 80% of which are women and 50% of which are children. And here in the US, the average age that a teen is trafficked into the sex trade is 12 to 14 years old. I don't reference these figures to frighten, but to raise awareness. It's easy for us to think of human trafficking as a problem in some faraway place, but the reality is that it's a lucrative business right here in Illinois. Whether a girl is kidnapped at a sporting event in Chicago or a human trafficker takes advantage of zoning laws to set up a discreet shop in a suburban or rural town, the more aware the public is of human trafficking, the more we can do to prevent it. I'm happy to report that we've taken positive steps to curtail human trafficking in Illinois in recent years. We've increased penalties for traffickers and those who buy their services. We've improved access to recovery services for victims. We've updated our laws so victims are not discouraged from reporting their abuse for a fear of prosecution. We've increased the availability of information so people can more easily report suspected instances of trafficking to the authorities. And next week, due to the first piece of legislation that I passed in the House, a special task force will convene its first meeting in the ongoing effort to counter human trafficking and its destructive impact. While we have made progress in the fight to end human trafficking, we must remain vigilant and continue to explore new ways to fight trafficking and provide support for victims. So, in recognition of International Women's Day, I'm going to borrow a phrase to encourage the members of this body and the people of Illinois to help in the fight to end the exploitation of women and girls. When it comes to human trafficking, if you see something, say something. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Representative.